Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Monmouth Park here on Monday. It is the 5th of September 2022. Gonna look at the ninth race from Monmouth, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. I mean it around the world. Join me tomorrow for my Virginia Derby preview from Colonial. Also this weekend for my St. Ledger preview from Doncaster. Also you have the big races from Kentucky Downs. But it's a good card today for Monmouth. Hopefully the rain stays clear. It's gonna here in New York City. I'm not so far from the Jersey Shore, but so we get somewhat similar weather. But it's gonna be a very rainy Tuesday, Wednesday. Rain might be coming late Monday, mid Monday afternoon, something like that. So hopefully they could keep this race on the turf, and hopefully we need the rain here in New York, in the New York metropolitan area. Hopefully the rain, let it rain for the next 2 weeks, because in 3 weeks the Meadowlands opens for their all turf. Hopefully we can get those cars in, and join me on YouTube for that. That's my favorite meeting of the year. But let's look at the ninth race in the middle from Monmouth, which is the Red Bank Stakes. It's going for a purse of $100,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses heading to the Monmouth turf course. The distance of ground here of 1,600 meters, or 1 mile on the Monmouth turf course. 1,600 meters, 1 mile here in the Red Bank. My top selection, I'm going to go take the Chad Brown horse, the 5-horse Good Governance. Can't speak. I'm going to go 5-7-3-8 in the superfecta. 5-7-3-8 super. Top selection, the 5-horse Good Governance. The 6-year-old horse by Kingman. Chad Brown trains. Hector Diaz Jr. gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 6th of August at Saratoga. 1 mile inner turf course, an op 6-2 claimer, and the horse went by head that day. The inner turf course and the inner turf course normally plays towards speed. But at Saratoga this past summer, both turf courses are really, favoring closers. And this horse closed up well on that turf course. He sat back early. He got to the lane. He was lunging in a little bit, but he got the job done. A very good, race for him there off the bench. Second off the bench, not the world's toughest stakes quality horses. I think he should improve off of that run. 2 back at Tampa on the 4th of February, 1 mile Ops 32 claimer. Winning by a head. He sat back early. He slowly moved his way up, and he got the job done. A very good rail skimming victory for him. 30 cents a dollar also off the bench. And then the 9th of April, he ran prior to that, so he has quite a few gaps between the running lines. It's going to be the first time he's run fresh in quite a while. 9th of April was his previous race at Aqueduct, mile 16th inner turf course off 6-2 claimer. He finished 4th by 2 lengths that day, and he just kind of stalked and could never get the good turn of foot. Winter's back, who's running this one today off the 13.5 month break, won that day quite nicely. This horse just might need the race there. And then before that, he ran in the Bernard Baruch handicap at Saratoga in July 2020 over the mile 16th. He finished 3rd by 1.75 lengths. He had a trouble trip. If he would have got some clear running room late, he would have made it interesting, but he ran okay there. Coming here today, 3-1, I'm going to use him. You can't throw out the 7-horse Winter's back. He hasn't been seen since the UN handicap here last summer, where he finished 7th. Just wasn't getting the trip. Cutting back to a mile, lesser quality horses, has some early pace. If he could run a race like he did at the end of 2020, he could definitely win against these horses. I'll use him on the pick 4 ticket. But to recap my selection for the 9th from Monmouth, it is the Red Bank. Let's take the 5-horse Good Governance. Give kudos to the 7-horse Winter's Back. 5-7-3-8 Super. 5-7 in your multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.